Patriots are nearing the end of their playoff bye week, and when they return next week for parts unknown, they will resume part 2 of their bye week because their 3 upcoming potential playoff opponents in the divisional round are not good at football. So let's kind of discuss whether the Patriots would prefer any one of those teams, or if, quite frankly, it really doesn't matter because the Raiders with a backup quarterback or third-string quarterback, the Texans, the Dolphins. What do you like?
They're all tomato cans. And again, you just hit it. They're all playing with non-starting quarterbacks. And really, it's going to be interesting to... I wish I was a fly in the room listening to Bill Belichick pump them up for next Saturday's game. And he will. He's going to make them sound like world beaters, I'm sure.
Is there a team in that group that you think has the highest ceiling?
Well, I think maybe Houston because they have a defense. They have a decent defense. And if you can somehow slow down the Patriots' offense or keep the score down, you know, maybe they can score a few special teams touchdowns and kind of stay in the game. But offensively, you know, Houston's challenged. They're all challenged. I mean, Oakland has talent, we know, but, you know, without Derek Carr, you know, they just have problems.
Derek Carr might have won the MVP award by not even playing in Week 17, but I think when you look at, regardless of who they play, that team is going to look good this weekend because they would have just won a playoff game. So I think it's going to change the narrative, but it shouldn't really alter.
I don't know. They still might not look good.
That's true. It could be like that Cardinals-Panthers game from a couple of years ago. I think the team with maybe the highest ceiling might still be the Raiders, just because we know what Brock Osweiler and the Texans are capable of, and that's coming into this stadium and losing 27-0 to a third-string quarterback. We know, as we just saw, what the Dolphins are capable of last weekend, and when they got blown out, when they still had something to play for in their home
Miami
stadium.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure because Connor Cook is going to get his first career start. We know what the Raiders are capable of. Now, maybe this is a situation where a rookie quarterback making his first career start in the playoffs on the road against a division winner, albeit that being a JV division, is still a situation where, all right, that's too much for a guy like Connor Cook to really reel in. But Connor Cook played for a pro-style Michigan State offense, was a very capable college passer, and does have a running game, maybe the best offensive line, if not the second best offensive line in football, and a guy like Amari Cooper who can pace that passing attack. So if you've got a situation where maybe, you know, they have a very low floor, but they might have a higher ceiling, that's the way I'm looking at the Raiders this week. I'm not sure they're going to win, but I think they have more of an unknown than the other two, which makes them slightly scarier.
Well, they certainly are more of an unknown to the Patriots than all the other teams involved. There's no question about that. But, I mean, and maybe the Raiders last week was a debacle.
Right.
Their first game playing without Derek Carr. Maybe after getting used to the fact that he's not going to be there, maybe his second week, the fact they're in the playoffs, maybe being snapped into reality, you know, maybe they'll be a little bit better, you know, this week.
And the Patriots will be on their couches this weekend watching it all play out. They should get their laughing out of the way now, because they shouldn't laugh in Bill Belichick's face next week when he describes whichever team that happens to be better than the '85 Bears.